Yeah. So there's a show that Jamie always has tried to get me to watch. It's one of her favorite shows called Outlander, which
Series just concluded, by the way.
You gotta speak louder.
The series just concluded.
Yeah. So it's I watched one episode, and those types of shows I've described as Love Savage Secret because it's really just about sex.
He thinks it's just a smut show.
Yeah, I mean it's there's some history and there's some good acting.
I've seen one episode.
I did see one episode, and
it's supposed to grab you, get it in, and there's not sex in every episode.
You gotta get it in. You gotta get it in. That's exactly that's what they like to do in the show. And the from what I've gathered on that first episode, there's the main character who's married, and she gets sent back in time, and within a week she's already married and sleeping with the hottest guy.
Not within a week. It was weeks and weeks.
How many weeks?
I would say it was at least 3-4 weeks.
At least 3 or 4 weeks before she went down on Jamie.
She had to marry him because the English were going to kidnap her.
And she had to show her commitment. You can't just.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just do
marry somebody without
going down on him, right?
Doing it. That was not her first thing.
So they did it earlier.
No.
No. Yeah. So basically,
Jamie was the virgin.
Yeah, right. Jamie was a virgin.
He was.
Yeah, totally. So basically, the main character goes back in time, and she marries the hottest guy that she can find. And
she doesn't find him. He just happens to stumble.
No, he was always there. Yeah. So, but yeah, every other episode, they're just doing it hard, and
not every episode.
Not every. I mean, look, how many episodes are in season 1?
10.
10 episodes. Out of the 10 episodes, how many of those do you think that they had sex?
Probably 6.
6 out of 10 episodes, and you don't think the show's about sex?
I mean, I think that it's a part of the show. It's not the reason for the show.
Okay, let me know in the comments if you guys think that Outlander is just about sex.
Well, the problem is that you'd actually have to have that demographic, and I don't know if you have that demographic.
What demographic?
I don't know, women. And
you don't think that there's women that at all that ever watch some of these videos?
I'm not saying that, but you'd have to have people that actually watch that show.
I think some of these people have probably seen Outlander. Yeah. So, yeah, but
it's a great show.
I mean, I watched one episode, and I feel like I pretty accurately predicted the entire plot of the show. She says I didn't, but when I described it after the first episode, I'm like, let me guess, he's going to do this, she's going to do that. And it was pretty accurate, I remember.
Well, I mean, maybe the first season. I mean, it's kind of... okay, listen, some of the stuff is obviously kind of obvious, but there's a lot of really cool stuff that they mix in that I really like.
Like what?
The American Revolution, which is in the, the second half of the season, Jacobites, just a lot of the, the big stuff that have happened in history, and then they actually were a part of that. Even though they tried to change it and realized that they were just a part of it.
Doesn't, I guess the time travel rules in Outlander, it's one of those, it's the type of time travel where it's it's already happened, so we can't really change things from happening.
They try to change things, but they kind of just realize that it kind of already happened, but they do try to change history.
Right, but they can't.
No.
Because it's basically already happened.
For the most part. Well, they don't really know fully, what the point of them traveling back. I mean, it's never really fully explained in the show why they can do that. It's just that they can do that.
Yeah.
And, of course, they have, and then there's a couple of, cameo time travelers that are also trying to change history, and they don't get to do that either.
Have the time travelers ever run into themselves?
No. But you wouldn't run into yourself in the 1700s. If you're from the 1900s.
Well, I know, but if you went forward back in time, and then went back in time to a spot where you had previously gone back in time, could you run into yourself, or have you seen them run into themselves?
No. They've never been able to do that, because they can kind of they sort of figured out how to like focus on a particular person or time, and they can sort of choose where they're going, but in that show they've never like ran into themselves.
Okay.
And they never really had the opportunity to.
Yeah. You know, while I will say that I didn't get into the Outlander show, I did enjoy the Men in Kilts.
Yes.
You know, that was fun. That was the
Yeah.
Jamie, and then what's the other guy?
It's McTavish.
McTavish.
I forgot his first name though.
I don't know.
I know it's McTavish.
Graham
Graham?
McTavish?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I like that show. I mean, they
He's
seem
great.
they seem like fun people, like in real life.
Yeah. There's fun parts of the show too.
You know, and they not one time in Men in Kilts did they ever have sex. You know, so I mean, so that for sure, Men in Kilts wasn't about sex.
Well, that's his uncle in the show, so.
Yeah, but it's not his uncle in real life.
No, but they probably have a
If
similar
it was his uncle in
bond.
real life, that would, you know, I mean,
Well, they're both Scottish.
make more sense if they.
So they're at least Scottish bros.
Yeah, I mean, I guess are they both Scottish in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know. Jamie probably just likes the character Jamie because her name's also Jamie.
That is not true. He's
Sure, it
also
has nothing
really
to do with
cool.
the fact that he's really hot. That probably.
I mean, it helps.
Yeah.
I will say it helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's actually a great actor. And if you actually watch the show, he has some really fucking cool parts.
Has he been in anything besides Outlander?
Yes, but not as big.
No.
Yeah, he has played other characters on other like TV shows and movies, but not directly. And so has Claire, which I think she was in a couple of bigger movies, but it's kind of hard not to see her as Claire.
Yeah.
And she's actually Irish. She's not even British.
Oh. Wow. So she's an Irish person
Playing an English woman.
An English woman who went back in time
Yes.
and married a Scottish person.
Yes.
Yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense. So, but yeah, I'm probably never gonna watch it. You know, there might be one day, like one. I mean, you know, like Jamie and I on Wednesday, I think, is our 15-year anniversary. So maybe
And I won't be here.
Yeah, and she won't be here.
Thanks, bro.
She's gonna be at my brother-in-law's promotion ceremony because he's getting promoted to sergeant. So, which is pretty cool, I think. So she'll be there for that. Maybe like our 30-year anniversary, you know, because right now I'm 38. So like maybe when I'm 55,
We'll do something.
yeah, you know, I mean, if the world is still here, if we're not all blown up and we haven't, you know, gotten into World War III or something like that, maybe we'll sit down and watch Outlander. You know, that's definitely, you know, if I ever become rich and don't have to work anymore, like a lot of my time is probably going to be catching up on TV shows and movies that I just, you know, I don't have time to watch everything. Because that's my bit. I love movies. I love TV shows. I love stories. But there's just not enough time. You know, one thing that Jamie and I were talking about, maybe like last week or something like that, is there's so many movies and so many shows and so much music in the world already right now that we could stop making, and we could make no more movies, no more shows, no more new music, and you could still, like, even if you dedicated the rest of your life to trying to consume it all, you could never watch all the movies, watch all the shows, and listen to all the music. There's just not enough time. So definitely one thing to keep in mind if you're in this mindset like that, you know, oh, I'm never going to have time to do all the things you want. Like, there's never going to be enough time to do all the things you want because there's just too many things to do. Even if you like manage to do all the things that you think you want now, you would find more things to want to do and consume. So try to be happy with what you have and just enjoy the time that you have, because if your satisfaction and your happiness is based on what you're able to consume in the amount of time that you have, you're going to end up disappointed because there's not enough time.
No, and it's okay.
And it's okay. So, but yeah, I think that'll probably conclude our first edition of like Car Talks, and we got some caffeine, and we're gonna go get some food for the day, and you know, do some chores and stuff like that. Our 14-year-old son is out fishing, with his step-grandmother. He'll be back later today, so we're enjoying a little bit of rare time to ourselves. I'm sure, in 5-6 years or whatever, when James moves out and becomes his own man, we're probably going to miss having him around. and we'll look back and be like, man, I can't believe we were, craving these times by ourselves. Now we're craving him to come back, but that's just life, man. That's just the circle of life. So, but yeah.
Yeah, next one will be about me trying to convince him to watch The Handmaid's Tale.
The Handmaid's... Look, we'll talk about The Handmaid's Tale at some point. I'm kind of interested in The Handmaid's Tale, but...
You have to watch Outlander, but Handmaid's Tale, that's a show.
I just am not always drawn to content that involves, like, assault.
Yeah, yeah, but at least there's a reason versus like an Outlander where it's just to kind of like make all the ladies' jinies tickle.
Yeah,
The Handmaid's Tale, like there's a reason for all of that.
No, I get it. Yeah, I'm just not particularly drawn to content that is ewy. I mean, I get it. Like it's. There's lessons in there.
Amazing.
I get it. There's lessons and it's good writing and it's I mean, I'm sure I'll watch it eventually.
I almost got him to be interested in The Serpent Queen.
Yeah, no, I mean The Serpent Queen
that was awesome.
We watched a couple episodes of that, and that is something I'll probably watch more of. But sometimes I'll watch stuff that's dark, but a lot of times I'm seeking out content that's gonna make me feel good and make me feel.
Yeah, but you have to watch the stuff where people are going through trauma and shit and just letting them, and then watching them get out of that. I mean, to me, that's so much more inspiring. That it's just like you went through all of this trauma and you trauma bond with this freaking first character, and then they get they get that end of the day, and you're just like, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not like I don't like that stuff, but yeah, maybe we'll get around to it, but yeah,
and The Testaments just came out. It's amazing, by the way.
Yeah, we'll watch The Testaments. So,
yeah.
Anyways, that's our first edition of Car Talks. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about in the comments, and we will talk to you on the next car ride.
Bye.